Hey guys, wanted to bring up something that I was told to from a close relative of mine here in the new year when it came about, and it was funny because he had asked me, did he give me a book from Zig Ziglar, and I told him no, and then he said that probably about 20 years ago that he bought a whole bunch of Zig Ziglar audios, and he's also realized that since Zig Ziglar had always used a lot of godly principles too. I remember reading, not listening to Ziglar on a YouTube video, and he was talking about just how he doesn't really cuss a lot as far as communicating to people. And if you don't know, Zig Ziglar was one of the most popular motivational speakers before he passed away late 2012. So it was kind of funny that my relative told me that when he's like, "Oh, okay," I knew that when I heard that a few audios that from Zig Ziglar, how he used God a lot, and pretty much how he went about speaking, and that he had a chance to go see him speak live one time. This is what he told me, that he got rid of the audios that he bought many years ago, and he was like, "Oh, I'm on my way. I'm on my way." It is sad because I'm saying this because he missed the point. Because Zig Ziglar was more than just talking about godly principles too. He was also talking about how you can just better yourself. That's the whole point of really about being a motivational speaker. Inspiration, obviously, to inspire people to do better for themselves. I know if he was alive today, not even knowing him, I could ask him, do you read audio daily? Do you listen to audio daily? And do you read daily? Pretty much feeding your mind stuff that from people that's more successful than you, and also where you want to be. And it's sad that my relative completely missed the point, because here's someone who who's retired, even though he complains really about nothing. And that's something I know Ziegler, even though we're not all perfect, my brother is not perfect, Ziegler wasn't perfect either. I know that's something that he would not have mentioned talking about in audios. He would have brought it up as far as why the other 97 percentile would do that, and I'm obviously paraphrasing what Jim Rome said. But again, it's just my point is completely missed the point as far as what Ziegler's points as far as trying to better yourself. That's all it really was about personal development. And when I heard that he got rid of the audios from Ziglar, I was like, oh my goodness. So now here you are retired. You still complain about really nothing. And on top of that, you're in the percentile who's going to get 40% of what you used to make from your job you worked so many years. That's not really having a lifestyle. That's just still living just to get by. And it's sad because, like I said a few moments ago, about the 97 percentile, that's really where the population goes to. There's only about less than 5% that will try to be better for themselves. Also, I've also read a handful of Robert Kiyosaki books this past year, and a couple books that he collaborated with Donald Trump as well. And they mentioned a book in Why We Want You to Be Rich that came out, I think, in 2005 or 2006. I think they brought up a book called from a U.S. economist to very one of the top economists in the country, a guy named Alan Greenspan, The Age of Turbulence. And I think Donald Trump had mentioned it too. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because I'm nearing the end of this book right now, but there are two chapters in The Age of Turbulence, Alan Greenspan's book, that mentioned one chapter is age and income inequality, and the other one is retirees, but can we afford it? I'm paraphrasing that too. Let me find out exactly what it was, that chapter. The world retires, but can it afford to? The point is, with both those chapters was, for one, the educational part was what the school system's really teaching, and he brought up a point in the chapter as far as really starting, really not so much the high school level, but the elementary level, as far as helping out the teachers too, and bettering the teachers as far as really, like for example, math. There really weren't that many teachers teaching math that were majored in math in college. And it was just going about some of the problems. Well, this is giving an example as far as that, but obviously try to help build up some more skills here in America. Now, obviously, the chapter I'm in right now is talking about the world retires, but can't afford it. It's really talking about Social Security. It's really, for example, for the United States, because when they made all those regulations or the laws for the Social Security, now here come the baby boomers about to retire, and really the government cannot support all the many millions of people too. And it's funny because I remember Robert Kiyosaki in many of his books, his Rich Dad told him many times from somebody he looked up to while growing up. Well, by the way, talking about Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad mentioned that the United States and really the world will be in trouble when baby boomers start retiring because the governments can't support so many millions of people. So it was interesting too because here's an economist mentioning that right now what entrepreneurs have already seen coming. So again, that's my point as far as missing the point. Going back to Zig Ziglar, because who knows? If my relative had actually kept the audios and just listened to them daily, which I'm still learning myself, as far as listening to audio daily and reading daily, I do about 30 minutes listening or reading a piece. But maybe he would have gotten the point as far as it wasn't just someone's godly principles, which is still good, not bashing it. It's excellent. But also just bettering yourself. What are you feeding your mind every day? Not sitting down watching TV or complaining about what's on the news or whatever, or what gossip, whatever the news said. I mean, if I heard many times from entrepreneurs, garbage in, garbage out. I mean, for example, it's missing the point. I'm in 2 businesses right now. You can check out the bottom links. One of them says, why not today, as far as why not bettering yourself today? Or basically, sure, why not look at this today? It's linkprosperity.com/why not today. Just putting information, you'll see what I'm talking about. The other one is check out ccm.com, obviously /A-Sanders74 too. And again, just 2 points that I'm trying to get across where you just don't miss it. Not so much ventures, but just so you just don't miss the boat. My relative completely missed the boat many years ago. So I just wanted to bring it up as well too, as far as not so much hearing one thing and then just going with it on your own belief, but also just look at the bigger picture. That's my thing. It's tough for entrepreneurs to work with people that just closed-minded, who just think they have all the right answers. But then you look at that person, what they're doing in their life, what are they really doing as far as bettering themselves. And again, this goes back to what Joe Rogan has said many times. You can look at a video yourself here on YouTube. It says 97, walk away from the 97th percentile. That's another motivational speaker, as I'm talking about, is in Jim Rome. So just wanted to bring those couple points up and talk to you guys later.